The most popular girl in school begged me to steal the answers to the algebra final exam, so I went along with it. Her name was Veronica, and everyone liked her because she was pretty, funny, and confident. I was well-liked, though quiet, and always did my homework and studied hard, earning my excellent grades. It was 2 days before the final when she cornered me in the library. "Jacob," she whispered as she slid into the seat across from me. "You know Mr. Hansen keeps the test answers in that metal filing cabinet in his office, right?" I slowly looked up at her and said, "Yeah, and? You're his aide this semester, so you have to do filing for him sometimes, right?" I just nodded. She leaned in closer. "I just need to look at the algebra final. Just a few pictures, please." "You want me to steal the test answers?" I scoffed. She tilted her head and gave me that smile, the one that made my heart stop and my brain lose all function. "It's not really stealing, just borrowing it long enough to snap a few pictures for me." My gut said no, this was crazy, but my smitten heart overruled, and the next thing I know, I was agreeing to her request. The plan was simple. On Wednesdays, Mr. Hansen always left his office around noon to grab a coffee. He would leave me to sort through worksheets alone. All I had to do was locate the file labeled Algebra Final, snap a few pictures for Veronica, then lock it all back up before he returned. Veronica swore she would delete all the pictures after she studied. The whole thing went smoothly, even though I was shaking like crazy and could hardly snap a clear picture of the exam. That night, I texted the pictures to her, against my better judgment, and she replied with a ton of heart and kiss emojis, making me feel like she finally saw me. It felt good, but the next day, things started to feel wrong. At lunch, I heard a couple of guys from the football team talking about the leaked algebra exam answers. I threw up a little in my mouth when I heard them. Veronica had promised not to tell anyone. That afternoon, Mr. Hansen was furious as he stormed into the classroom. "Someone stole the algebra final," he practically yelled. "If anyone knows anything, now's the time to speak up." No one did. The next few days were chaotic. The test was postponed, and everyone was speculating on who could have done it. Veronica acted like nothing happened. She continued laughing in the hallways, joking about how some hacker probably did it. Then she made it worse. Friday after school, she pulled me aside with a look of pure terror in her eyes. "Hey, they are saying that they might make the final an oral exam instead. If that happens, I will definitely fail. I need you to keep quiet, okay? Veronica, you told people. Everyone knows about the leak. I didn't say it was you," she snapped. "You think anyone would believe me over you? You're the teacher's pet." That's when I realized she wasn't scared. She was actually using me. Monday, the principal announced an investigation. Mr. Hansen looked heartbroken as he said, "I trusted someone, and they betrayed that trust." I was already feeling guilty, but the look on his face made the guilt practically eat me alive. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was pacing back and forth when my phone buzzed a little after midnight. Veronica texted, "They are checking everyone's phones. You have to delete all the evidence." "You said you deleted the pictures," I replied. "Just do it," she replied. Something inside me snapped. I thought about how I risked everything just for a bit of her attention, and here she was trying to pin everything on me. So I didn't delete anything. Instead, I sent screenshots of the texts, the photos, and the timestamps to Mr. Hansen from an anonymous email. Then I waited. The next morning, the entire school was tense and on edge. The principal called Veronica out of first period. When she came back, her face was pale and her eyes were red. She kept her head down and didn't look at anyone. By lunchtime, everyone knew that Veronica had been caught. The undeniable proof was on her phone. She got suspended, lost her place on the student council, and colleges she had been bragging about stopped replying to her emails. People whispered when she walked by, and her friends turned their backs on her. That afternoon, she found me by my locker. "You told them," she hissed. I didn't answer her. "You think this makes you so great?" Her voice trembled. "You're still a big nobody, Jacob." She turned and stomped away, and I watched her go. This girl that I used to think was so perfect. At the end of the day, Mr. Hansen called me into his classroom. He didn't say much. He just looked at me for a long time before sighing and saying, "Whoever sent that email did the right thing." I just nodded, my throat too dry to speak.